You won't find many Tennessee dinner tables with red-eye gravy, grits, black-eyed peas, and buttermilk biscuits without country ham. Ken Wilshire made a stop in Murfreesboro recently, where a gentleman is making sure the tradition of curing this southern comfort food not only stays alive, but stays very tasty.
It doesn't matter if it's dry cured, smoke cured, sugar cured, or salt cured. Country ham is just about as southern as it gets. Some folks call it a staple, some say it's a delicacy, but you'll usually find it gracing the tables of all our special occasions.
We have ham and biscuits.
Oh, wow, wonderful.
And there's no one who takes more pride in curing these culinary delights to perfection than Bob Woods, who owns the Hamery in Murfreesboro.
This business started in the late 1960s. My uncle, Dr. Sam Woods, a veterinarian, and his first cousin, Tom Given, started this business. They couldn't find an aged country ham, and they decided they were going to cure one like my grandfather did. I came along in 1981, and they were retiring, and I saw an interest and been here ever since.
And ever since, the Hamery has grown. It now produces more than 3,000 artisan hams a year. But even more, it's taken this special family and its dedicated group of employees to carry on the tradition.
It gives me a lot of pride because country ham is really the culinary high point in the food chain when you're talking about food that comes from the upper South region. And it actually becomes a celebrated product.
It also takes very special conditions for curing these fine hams, and the South is one of the best regions in the world. It all starts with the freshest ingredients available, lots of patience, and a keen understanding of how to cure a country ham.
The climate is where they could slaughter the hogs in the winter, age it out properly, and then had the summer heat to reduce the weight of the product to where it developed that unique flavor. It starts from getting hams from top quality hogs out of the Midwest, and they're shipped in here, and we salt the hams down within about 3 days from the time they're slaughtered. We actually use salt and sugar only. We use no nitrates in our ham, and they are aged, they're about 5 weeks in the cooler, and after that we have ambient temperatures. We have no refrigeration after about 5 weeks. So along about the middle of February, the hams are hung up, as you see behind us, and they are air dried until this time of year when we start slicing the hams and preparing them for the holidays.
All right, Bob, this has been curing for a year now. And what does it take to do that, and what are you looking for?
This ham was salted down the last day of December last year. And what we see here, with this ham being almost a year old, that it has almost a uniform color. There's not really a lot of real dark spots that show where the meat is very hard. This will be a real tender ham to fry and perfect for making red-eye gravy.
Of course, to accompany red-eye gravy, you'll find some heavenly angel biscuits and ham. In fact, the Hamery has found a market for hams that are cured much longer and similar to the finer hams produced around the world. And fine Italian prosciutto is just about as tasty as it gets. I mean, it's a great addition to antipasto, and it can dress up about the most mundane meal. But this isn't Italian prosciutto. This is from the Hamery, and they call it tinsciutto there, and they're proud of it.
The tinsciutto, I coined that phrase based on the Italian ham prosciutto. I thought it would be appropriate, like a hillbilly that had a pistol in his pocket and went off and shot him in the toe, so we called it tinsciutto. And of course we are in Tennessee, so just that similarity I thought was appropriate. But that ham is basically a ham that's aged longer. It's a more vibrant, a more rich product because it has lost more weight through the aging process. It's generally sliced paper thin, served as appetizers around cantaloupe, honeydew melon. The Italians and the Spanish have been serving this ham for centuries.
Bob says several generations missed out on country hams after refrigeration came around during the early 1900s. The need to salt or dry cure hams went away, but the Hamery has renewed the process, and to ensure its future, Bob's involved with the 4-H clubs in Rutherford County.
This is great to see a big turnout like this, and each December we have a group of students that come and select a ham when they're in the salt process. We tag their ham. It's theirs to keep at the end of the season. They go through several steps. They salt the ham down. They come back a different time when we bring the hams out of salt, put them in the stocking net. It was a product that helped my pioneer forefathers survive in this country and help them scratch out an existence. It developed into a celebrated dish served at all grand occasions, and that's basically what we have. We just take no shortcuts. We try to put out the best product that we can.